Humans, different but yet the same. When they look at each other, the differences creates emotion, pain, happy, sad, jealousy, sympathy, anger. But they forgot. In the end of the day, they are just the same humans. Your opinion regarding homeless?
I think homeless people should be treated with respect, even though they are less fortunate in life, and they deserve to be treated with. They deserve to live like normal people.
Kadang-kadang dipandang kita macam hina sangat lah. Senang cerita. Orang kata apa dipandangkan mata orang kaya ni kan ada yang hina sangat. Kalau ada yang baik tu, ya Allah. Agak ucapan kita jangan cakap yang baik kan. Sebab bila dia tolong kita kan, dia sanggup apa yang kita janji kita jujur. Memang akan sayang orang tu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Umi Syafia binti Adam and I would like to tell you something. Nowadays, we can see there are many problems and issues regarding homeless. Who are they? What is homeless? Homeless are people. And in this video, we will show you how they live and what they feel. Are they happy or unhappy? Or they just feel nothing? And we also show you what people feel about it and whether the public are right or wrong, or neither of them, none of them. And in this video also, we also will show you the help that they need and the help that already here for them. So without further ado, let's go.
So what do you think about homeless?
Homeless is people who doesn't have a place to live. So I think homeless people should be provided by the government to help them to have a home or a place to them so they can live happily.
Thus, I think that the people who don't have a home or a place to live. But in our country, Malaysia, there are only a few people homeless.
Assalamualaikum. My name is
Assalamualaikum.
My name is Nabila binti Al-Hadi. I am from Iza. What can I call you, madam?
Baby. Baby, ya betul lah. Nama samaran.
Baby.
Is nickname. Nickname.
Betul.
Kak Baby. Kak Baby, betul.
Kalau perasan lah, pada tahun lepas, bulan Mac ke April, pernah dengar tak yang dekat YouTube ke Facebook, makcik viral naik motor 5 beranak? Itulah saya. Jadi Alhamdulillah, orang kata apa, bukan kita minta dibaikan, tidak, tapi Alhamdulillah itu orang hamba Allah tu dah jadi anak angkat akak. Syukur sangat-sangat.
Not everybody in this world is fortunate enough to have all the things that others have. Every human being was born with their own fate and blessing. One of us might face our own shortcoming, but people experiencing homeless suffer from the hardship of their condition. Some of them just unlucky because life turned them down. But being a homeless make them feel grateful and appreciate for what they have because they know the difficulties of living down the street. So, are we being grateful enough for what we have?
Nenek jangan berebut. Kak, kita jangan bagi dulu. Jangan bagi dulu.
Are you happy with your life now?
I would say happy. Basically, you're going through a lot of times. Sometimes you're learning, but when you lack of certain things, that affects your life. So, to achieve what you want, it will take time, but you try your best. Not all of us can make it. Some will not. You try till the day you die. That's all.
Nah, dia kata tak apa. Jadi akak bersyukur walaupun dah 5 tahun kat sini, akak reda. Bukan kata akak tak nak usaha, nak kalau boleh nak keluar juga daripada kehidupan ni, semua keadaan tak mengizinkan sebab anak-anak masih kecil kan.
People in this world was born with different faiths and ways of life. Every single person has their own unique stories of life. Sometimes life can be good and some other time it's not. Therefore, it cannot be a reason for us to judge each other's life. Ask ourselves, are we being grateful enough with every single blessing that we got each day in our life?
Hi and good evening. Today we are at National Mosque to observe the situation of homeless people near Kuala Lumpur. As we can see, there are a lot of homeless people here with various backgrounds. So today we are going to interview a few of them to know whether they know the existence of Pusat Transit Gelandangan Kuala Lumpur. So my friend Safina will interview them.
I'm so sorry, but it's quite personal. May I know what story or what's behind the reason you've been staying here? I mean, if there is a personal problem.
Saya datang ke sini tahun 2015. Okey. Saya punya latar belakang sebenarnya saya daripada 2006 mula macam saya cakap mengalami masalah mental lepas saya bercerai dengan isteri. So bila saya duduk di Johor Bahru, saya rasa macam tekanan. Yang tekanan tu sebab kita hilang kerja, hilang sara hidup. So sebelum ni masa saya dengan isteri, saya pendapatan saya kata paling sikit pun RM1,500 ataupun RM1,700. So bila saya dah mula sakit macam mental, saya dah tak ada kerjaya. So saya tak ada kerjaya, saya dah tak ada arah tuju. Bila dah tak ada arah tuju, saya selesa duduk macam ni. Sebabnya kita tak mengganggu orang. Bila kita duduk dalam hospital, kita kena makan ubat, kita rasa tertekan sebab kita tak boleh nak buat apa. So bila dekat luar ni, mula saya datang sini, saya tengok diorang duduk. Lepas tu saya pun cuba duduk. Memang tak ada orang nak duduk macam ni. Kalau duduk macam ni, semua orang rasanya takkan ni. Tapi bila kita duduk macam ni, kita nampak macam mana keadaan mereka. Dan saya bila saya duduk sini, macam orang kata nampak macam normal. Tapi di sebaliknya, saya terpaksa bergantung dengan ubat.
I'm sorry, but this is quite personal. But may I know, are you happy with your life?
Nak kata happy tu tak juga, tapi bersyukur pada Allah Ta'ala apa yang ada. Orang kata anak tu kurniaan Allah, tapi 2 orang nak simpan, tinggal 6. Kita redha kan. Orang kata jujur akak cakap, kalau nak ikutkan, orang kata apa, boleh angin mengoyang gila. Terus terang akak cakap, akak pernah niat nak bunuh diri sebab keadaan hidup kan. Kadang orang sekeliling macam-macam. Jujur akak cakap lillahi ta'ala, tapi akak ingat Allah, akak ingat anak-anak. Akak cakap, ya Allah, kuatkan iman aku, kuatkan hati aku, tabahkan hati aku. Aku nak teruskan hidup, ya Allah. Aku cakap, aku bersyukur, ya Allah, aku tak nak putus harapan. Tapi Allah sayang akak, Allah bagi aku yang ada seadanya. Akak tidak mengharap sangat dan tidak orang kata meminta apa-apa.
Kucing. Cincin. Cat.
Sometimes life gives us many surprises that we do not even expect it as it came to us. Sometimes life knocks us down and we fight and rise up stronger than before.
10 tahun saya bergantung dengan ubat. Saya datang ke KL ni, saya cari kerja. Ada majikan dia boleh terima. Dan ada majikan bila tahu kita ada rekod kereta, mereka tolak kita. Bila tolak kita macam bantah lah. Macam saya bantah. Saya boleh bekerja. Kenapa awak tak nak ambil saya? So, ada tak ada. Bila tak kerja, macam ni lah. Bila saya boleh kerja, saya teruskan kerja. Tapi bila tak boleh nak kerja, bukan tak nak kerja, tapi masyarakat tak boleh bagi kejayaan pada kita. Bukan kita tak.
Akak dah start datang kat sini dah 5 tahun. Tapi syukur pada Allah Ta'ala meringankan beban akak lah. Akak datang kat sini pun sebab demi anak-anak. Walaupun akak ni tak bekerja tapi akak ikhtiar. Inilah motor buruh akak daripada dulu sampai sekarang. Kan, dia motor EF5. Alhamdulillah. Apa berkat doa akak dengan suami, ya Allah, ya kerana Allah Ta'ala, sinilah tempat akak.
Struggles in life do not determine what kind of person you will be in the future. Struggles does not define you. Only you can make choices in life for you. Every heartbreak, every defeat, and every loss has its own seed and its own lesson. But it cannot be a reason, an excuse for someone to take a wrong path in life. Because we, human, we can make our own choices.
So right now I just
Sekarang ni saya direhatkan dulu. Masa saya lagi bekerja. Sebenarnya saya 8 bulan yang belakang ni saya dekat Singapura. Saya bekerja sebagai cuci pinggan. Permit pun masih hidup lagi. Tetapi disebabkan ada satu masalah, macam mana cakap, ada customer dia tinggal barang. So barang tu customer belakang suruh saya pass dekat dia. So bila saya pass dekat dia, kamera hashtag saya ambil barang tu. So bila naik mahkamah berpuas hati dengan apa yang saya cakap. Saya tak ambil tu barang. I don't take. I just pass to him. And then misalnya, you know him? I don't know. Because behind customer said, you pass him. So saya tak tahu antara awak complete 2 orang. Saya yang jadi bangsa. So bos saya jamin saya $3,000 dan dia balik, suruh saya balik. Dia cakap, permit awak saya takkan potong sebab 7 hari bulan saya akan naik mahkamah lagi. So bila saya balik ke Johor Bahru, ke rumah keluarga ada yang terima. Yang terima mak saya je lah, yang lain tu susah nak terima lah.
Saya dah turun padang, kita dah berjumpa dengan mereka on the street, dekat lorong-lorong, kita pergi lorong-lorong gerak, sambil berborak, diorang tengah ambil dadah. Saya dah tengok semuanya. Okay?
I want to ask for your opinion. Is that being homeless that makes them involved in that kind of crimes, or involvement of in the crime that makes them being homeless?
Banyak golongan kat luar ni adalah yang selepas terlibat dengan jenayah. Mungkin banyak kali sangat keluar masuk penjara, family tak nak terima. Ataupun dia sendiri malu. Dia nak balik takut. Ada yang kena buang daerah, dia tak boleh nak balik kampung. So dia kena duduk luar daripada daerah. So bila luar daripada daerah, dia tak ada siapa-siapa dan end up dia tepi jalan.
It seems like
Everybody in this world does not care about others, but there always a ray of light that fill up the darkness. As we all know, hope is being able to see that there is a light despite of all the darkness. Hence, as for the homeless, there must be such a light that will lead them out of the darkness.
Do you ever heard about transit center in Kuala Lumpur?
I don't.
Do you ever been there?
Before I come here, I stay the transit Landangan 3 months.
Do you ever hear if there are transit center for homeless? Pusat transit gelandangan Kuala Lumpur.
Transit gelandangan. Dekat sini hanya dulu panggil tempat gelandangan. Tapi untuk slowkan nama untuk bagi sedar orang panggil sahabat jalanan. Okey, itu bagi yang tak ada anak, tak ada family lah, macam musafir orang tua dan orang bujang. Kalau ada yang keluarga family ni dipanggil miskin bandar. Kalau kat sini lah. Macam tu. Pusat transit gelandangan ni baguslah bagi yang orang bujang. Itu saran akak bagi yang berkeluarga ni, sama ada anak ataupun tidak, terpulanglah. Bagi akak better, lebih baik jangan duduk kat situ. Lebih baik ikhtiar dia. Tapi kalau betul-betul kecil masa, memang wajib kena duduk sana. Buat sementara waktu, dia belajar berdikari. Lepas tu dia tak akan bagi lama, dia akan bagi dalam masa 2-3 bulan, lepas tu bagi turn orang lain. Kalau bagi lama-lama, takut dia nanti tidak, orang kata apa, naik lemak. Dia tak akan usaha. Itu orang kata kalau sama ada tak ada anak ataupun baru seorang dua pun kena.
Kini sedang berkhidmat di Zon Tengah sebagai pegawai Koperasi Anjung Singgah dan sebagai petugas di Pusat Transit juga.
What is your position in the center?
Di Pusat Transit saya sebagai pegawai operasi, sama juga di Anjung Singgah. Kalau di Pusat Transit adalah daripada Kementerian Wilayah dan DBKL. Tapi tujuan dia sama. Membantu golongan yang memerlukan, macamnya terutamanya gelandangan, pendapatan sementara, dan carikan mereka pekerjaan dalam masa yang sama. Kita akan bantu daripada sokong pembangunan.
What kind of facility that this center provide other than accommodation?
Pusat transit kita ada menyediakan selain daripada penginapan, ruang makan, kita ada juga bilik medik di mana kita bersama dengan Bulas Sabit Merah untuk membantu sakit-sakit ataupun klien-klien kita yang ada masalah demam ke semua. Kalau berat dia kena pergi ke hospital lah, kita akan rujuk ke hospital. Selain daripada itu, kita ada bilik OKU. Sebab kadang-kadang kita ada terima kes-kes yang melibatkan kursi roda, warga emas yang uzur, kita akan tempatkan mereka sementara. Dan kita ada lobby di mana penghuni-penghuni boleh menggunakan fasiliti di lobby itu untuk masuk ataupun memasukkan air mereka lah.
Is there any challenges faced by the center?
Yeah, of course. Masalah kami hadapi, kebanyakan klien kami terlibat dengan masalah sosial jenayah. Contohnya dia bekas panduan, baru keluar daripada pusat pemilihan, keluar dan masuk pusat pemilihan dan penjara. Jadi bila kami ada dapat tawaran kerja daripada majikan datang, majikan dia ada syarat-syarat, ada SOP, macam security, yang jaga bank, background segala macam. So kalau mereka ada masalah jenayah, mereka tidak akan diterima.
You know, there is the homeless mindset when they always get help from the NGO and also from the center itself. Do you think it will discourage them to work on their life? You know, they will just like, oh, there are people that will help us. So, what do you think about that?
Betul. Soalan tu memang saya suka. Bila ada group, tak kira lah NGO ke, NGI, personal, syarikat korporat, student sekalipun, ataupun agensi lain yang beri makan di jalanan, itu akan sedikit sebanyak akan memberi masalah lah, maknanya menggalakkan mereka untuk tidak perlu bekerja. Sebab mereka hanya tunggu. Kita ada pepatah Melayu kata, di mana ada gula di situ semut akan datang. Tapi pepatah tu dah terbalik. Di mana ada semut, gula datang tamu.
So what makes you not staying there?
Saya lebih selesa dekat luar. Sebab kalau dekat transit kadang-kadang tu memang makan, minum, tempat tinggal tu selesa. Tilam. Tapi kalau kita orang lebih selesa macam ni sebab kebebasan tu. Sebab kalau dekat transit ni dia banyak undang-undang lah. Kita tak boleh itu, tak boleh ni. Tapi kalau kat luar kita bebas. Yang penting kita tak ada buat satu kesalahan dekat luar yang mengganggu orang awam lah.
How do you know this?
No research. I was homeless for some time. So going through hard time.
So, how do you feel when at the center?
You don't belong to them, but what to you go through hard times, you learn a lot of things from people, a lot from here. And you,
Are you using the center to actually help you and people?
you're supposed to give a happy game. You should get fiber. You know, they got a contact, we don't have a contact.
Feel happy to be here.
Happy, only like this, your family, right? Brother, sister, whatever it is. There's no even no choice. So, you're obligated to
Ask ourselves, do we remember who are we?
Are we grateful for what we have?
Or sometimes we just take it for granted?
Sometimes blessing is not about who have more, but who appreciate it to the fullest.
So yeah, we're living different lives. So, am I happy?
Are you happy? Are they happy?
In your opinion, do you think they are happy with their life?
I don't think anybody who live that kind of life will be happy, but I think they have no choice but to live that life.
Jadi saya nampak, saya tanya diorang, happy ke duduk sini? Memang tak happy lah. Tidur di jalanan, sentiasa dalam keadaan ketakutan, takut polis datang tangkap. Dan tu diorang percayalah cakap saya, diorang sentiasa fikir pasal kematian. Siapa nak uruskan mereka masa mereka mati? Lepas tu ada saya jumpa diary, dia tulis dia rindu mak dia. Bayangkan, nangis dia terberjalan saya baca diary tu. Sekarang dia ada dekat HK buat rawatan, dekat hospital sekolah buat rawatan HIV. Perempuan dia rindu mak dia, kenapa family dia buang dia. Bila check background dengan bantuan JKM, dia adalah seorang Samadina, anak seorang yang agak terkenal. Tapi dia end up jadi macam tu, yang family buang terus.
Kita tak boleh orang kata, nak kata happy sangat tidak, nak kata tak happy pun iya juga. Tapi kita hanya bersyukur pada apa yang ada. Jika kita tidak rasa bersyukur, maka orang kata akan jatuh.
What do you think about homeless?
For some reason, some of us might think that those homeless people might not be happy with their life. But if we look on another context of view, for me, I think homeless people might find happiness with just little things. So, in some way, they might be happier than us who have a lot of commitment. That's all.
We might see someone's unhappy, but they might be happy with their own way, like that.
Hi, are you happy with your life? Why? Are you happy with your life? Why?
My friend.
You've got many friends? You happy with your life?
Yes.
Why?
Sebab saya ramai kawan. Sebab saya duduk dengan mak ayah saya dah seorang sampai sini. Sebab saya datang sini Thank you. See you. So yeah, different people, different definition of happiness. So are they.
The homeless.
People say, don't judge the book by its cover. And so are we about this issue. We as a human, we should never judge them. Yeah, maybe they look like they need sympathy, and maybe we see them as unhappy, but we never know what is the story behind. Maybe they are better than us before, and maybe what most important is they might be better than us one day. We'll never know our future, and so are they. So instead of saying bad things about them, giving them useless sympathy, it's better for us to support them, to give support, love each other. That's why we need help such as Pusat Transit Gelandangan, so that they can help to improve their life and keep on moving instead of giving up for the whole life of them. So I hope we support each other and never see them as homeless, but just houseless. That's all from us. Thank you.
Of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls, and whispered in the sounds of silence.